The GOAT used to symbolize those that are the greatest of all time in their field. The top of the top, the cream of the crop, the best of the best. Many examples of this include Ronaldo, LeBron, and Jogo from Jujutsu Kaisen, or better known in the Librotomy Kaisen community as Jogo. As Jujutsu Kaisen fans, it's pretty much understood that the goal of every character in the series is to suffer. If any of the characters are happy for a suspiciously long time, Gege will see to it that they suffer a loss by lunchtime. I know that everyone suffers and has their own problems in the show, but man do they do Jogo unbelievably dirty. Like, I actually felt sorry for this guy after watching what he went through. His only missions in the show was fighting two of the most powerful characters in the series. They never really gave him some base level characters as a start. They just threw him into the fire pit. And I mean that figuratively and literally. And that's not even the craziest part about it. What's even crazier is that he never got to land a single blow on Gojo or Sukuna in any of those fights. No damage done, not even a little tap, nothing. In his first fight with Gojo, he comes in full confidence, guns blazing, and at that time I had zero respect for him. I was wondering who the hell this dude thinks he is pulling up on Gojo like that, with his goblin one-eyed looking face. Like, who does this man think he is pulling up on the most powerful character with such confidence? Get this thing out of here now. Jogo was giving him everything, and throughout the fight, Gojo casually explains to him in the most whimsical way that he can't be touched. He even started just straight up toying with him and playing with his hand, which technically Jogo couldn't touch because of infinity. At that point, you have to think to yourself, it's time for me to head out. And at that point, Gojo, knowing he can win, he starts playing with him. He gives him a jumping in the most unserious way possible. I mean it when I say Gojo is the king of goofy goobers. This is one of the most silliest men in anime. He even had some time to bring Yuji all the way from Jujutsu Tech to come watch. In the middle of the fight.
How? Hold on, bro.
This man is heavily unserious. If you catch yourself fighting a character who's just smiling the whole time and has enough time for casual conversations during the fight, you should run, cause you're cooked. So Jogo decides it's time for him to use his domain expansion. And I was like, wait, domain expansion? How is this dude able to use that? He pretty much can cook Gojo alive since it's a guaranteed hit, right? Right? So it doesn't work, and Gojo uses his domain expansion instead of his domain expansion, which is the disrespectful equivalent of someone stealing the sandwich you just made from the fridge. Now my man Jogo can't even move, and the nasty thing about Gojo's domain expansion is that you pretty much have to watch yourself get beat up or endure hours of Gojo just mocking you.
Better than you, my shape up better, my car faster, my drip better, my clothes fit better, my hoes better, my tattoos better, I'm stronger than you, my bitch thicker than yours, my guns bigger than yours, nigga, my guns bigger than yours, I talk better than you, I hustle better, I can get $1 quicker than you, I talk better, I walk better, my shoes fit me better, I get paid more than you.
There's levels of disrespect to this power. So Gojo decides to rip his head off and dribble his head like a ball. If I was Gojo at that point, I would have retired to go start a family or something, cause there's no way you can intensely get embarrassed to that extent and still fight on. But he did. He came back for more. He was ready to avenge himself, and boy did he do it in Shibuya. Well, after getting embarrassed by Gojo for the second time, of course, just look at the way they threw my boy. Just straight up embarrassing. He even had to watch his friend get killed by just being stared at and walked into. If at this point you don't think Jogo has gone through more struggle than most JJK characters, you're watching this show with your eyes closed. But I think that's the point where everything changed for him. I still didn't believe that he was at all powerful, but my friend told me just wait and see. And I waited and watched Jogo appear to eliminate 3 special grade sorcerers, which left me shook. There's no way that this is the same guy from the first fight we just watched.
This can't be.
He's definitely in a new mode. And then he had his confrontation with Sukuna. The intensity in that episode was insane. The utter aura of fear this man radiated was immeasurable. Sukuna made sure to stand on business and eliminate anyone who opposed him. And because Jogo respected Sukuna so much, Sukuna gave him a chance to challenge him. And all he had to do was land a single blow. A single blow, and Sukuna would work for him. And now, the obvious thing to do is to refuse the offer, cause it's pretty much a death sentence. But my man Jogo is a bag chaser for real. Maybe more than Mimi is. I know all the gamblers in the world would be proud of this man for going straight for the max win. And boy did he cook. He gave it his all. All the doubts people had of him being weak were all eradicated. He was giving Sukuna a run for his money. Although Sukuna was hella disrespectful and just laughing the whole time, it was really a tense fight. So tense that when Jogo came in to finally land his final blow with the giant meteor, I started to doubt Sukuna's power. I thought this was finally the moment he cracked. I'm not gonna lie, I started to believe that Jogo can actually win this thing. I mean, I was sweating, tweaking, toes curled up, on the edge of my seat, waiting impatiently to see how this was going to pan out. And Sukuna just straight up disrespects this man's biggest attack and goes on a side quest to play a game. I could not believe my eyes. He made everyone in the area pause until they can move, and that whole time I was stressed about if Panda was going to move because Sukuna said every person in the area should pause. And is Panda really a person? I don't know. And as the meteor finally hits the ground, I'm in deep suspense. And then they cut to Sukuna sitting on top of the meteor. The disrespect this man Jogo has endured is of astronomical proportions. Sukuna then decides to pull a fire technique out of his butt and gets ready to go toe to toe with Jogo in a test of firepower. And then it cuts to a scene where Jogo is talking to his deceased friends. At that moment, I knew it was over. But a good thing Sukuna told Jogo was to stand proud and that he is strong. And man, I'm not gonna lie, that might have put a little bit of tears in my eyes. Even if I knew he wasn't going to win, I had found a new respect for Jogo. He earned it, and the Lobotomy Kaizen community knows that as much as they straight up disrespected this guy, it was at least good to see this great piece of character development unfold. This is what I'm here for. This is what we need. This is cinema. Rest in peace to my man Jogo.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!